It is a known phenomenon that oil floats above water and oil doesn't mix with water. This can be seen in everyday situations. For example, if I pour chili oil on a test tube of water, the orange chili oil sits at the top, whereas the water layer sits on the bottom. This is also relevant in industry. For example, with oil spills, the iridescent oil layer sits on the top of this lake. Now, why does this happen? This is because oil is firstly less dense than water, and it also has certain chemical properties that makes it immiscible with water. We need to look at the structure of oil to be able to determine how oil interacts with water. Looking here at the structure of this oil, we can see that oil is composed of two parts, this part on the left and also a large non-polar chain on the right. These non-polar chains means that it is really hard for these oil molecules to interact with water, as water is a very polar molecule. Water is made up of two atoms, oxygen here and hydrogen here. Oxygen is really electron loving, whereas hydrogen is very willing to give away its electrons to oxygen. This means that water's structure makes it quite polar, as one side has more electrons than the other. Oil, on the other hand, with its really long chains that are non-polar, it means that the electrons are distributed evenly and there is no part of the molecule which is polar. That's why water loves to stick with itself and oil also likes to stick with itself. And this is where we get the saying in chemistry that like dissolves like. So we've discovered what goes on in this test tube. If you want to know what happens in these test tubes, give us a follow.